Good afternoon, family. Thank you for checking out today's video. If you're new here, my name is Jonathan, and I created this channel as a way to record my progress as I work towards my goal of achieving a healthy weight. If you enjoy my videos, make sure that you get subscribed to my channel. Also, make sure you click on that bell icon so you'll get alerted when I go live or post new videos. If you'd like to participate in on the discussion, you can join me live most weekdays at 4 p.m. or outside of the live streams, consider joining our Discord. The link for that is down in the description below. Also, if you're interested in getting some ideas of the meals that we enjoy, we have a link for those recipes or a lot of the meals we eat down below in a Pinterest board. We've created a Pinterest board that has a lot of those meals and things on there. Gonna get ready to get on the scale here in a second, but if anybody has any non-scale victories they'd like to share, I'd love to hear those. How are you guys doing on your diets? If you've fallen off track or you're trying to figure out how to get back on track, what are you working towards to get back on track? How are you gonna make your new diet easier than the alternative? Switch over. I'm gonna I did this a couple weeks ago on my 500 day, and I thought I would do it again today because this is kind of my 17-month weigh in. If I had to, it's the end of March here. So this is my 17th month of doing this. Means I have 19 more months to go, but I wanted to just do a quick kind of comparison from what I looked like. I do it backwards all the time. When I started this at 519.8 pounds to what I look like today in the same outfit. So I'm going to go ahead, stand up and kind of model this outfit real quick and show the difference. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of show the difference there from when I started to where I'm at now. It's incredible that this shirt used to be tight on me around the midsection, especially with how loose it is now. So we're gonna go ahead, switch over to the weigh-in camera here, hop on the scale, and see what we got for a weight today. All right, family. Let's see. Let me get on there. So I guess let me go through this. Okay, so a quick recap. So today is day 515 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. A quick recap. I started this challenge on November 1st, 2020. I had a starting weight of 519.8 pounds. Last week, after losing an incredible 2.2 pounds, I weighed in at 308.2, bringing my total weight loss to 211.6 pounds. I'm going to go ahead and hop on the scale now and see how I did this week. So 307.8, that is a 0.4 pound weight loss since last week. So that brings my total weight loss to 212 pounds even. Let me update this up here and 307.8. And so, yes, so 0.4 or 4/10 of a pound weight loss this week. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I was really nervous going into the stream here. I don't know why my chat is not on. Um, yeah, so 4/10 of a pound. I was really nervous going in. Um, Carrie says, "Look at you. I heard you were going to gain this week." Yeah, I was really concerned that I was going to have a gain this week because I didn't set myself up very good after last week's weigh-in. I pushed last week's weigh-in from Wednesday to Thursday, so I only gave myself 6 days to lose weight this week, and that wouldn't really be a problem normally, but also I had fasted for 56 hours prior to the weigh-in last Thursday. So my stomach was empty and I had I have some weight from that so I was nervous about what this week's weigh-in was going to be. I did eat last night or so since last Thursday, I've been 100% compliant on my whole food, plant based, salt, oil, sugar free diet. I had some awesome new things like potatoes with a barbecue sauce that we made at home. And we had a little bit of a change up of our mega veggie chili last night that I really enjoyed. And so, really, the food has been great. I did end up juice fasting this morning, I guess. I had cherry juice this morning and I had a couple oranges, but I didn't eat our normal breakfast this morning. I am, again, really happy to see a loss on the scale. It's getting me closer to my goal. And it's great to be at 17 months into this challenge, to still be losing weight, to be happy with the weight loss. And I got 19 months to go. So this next month is a big month for me. I really would like to be under 300 pounds before the end of April. And also my birthdays, I'm turning 40 right at the beginning of May. So if I could be under 300 pounds before I turn 40, that would be incredible. And then on top of that, I'm going to be at the halfway point of my 3-year challenge, which is amazing to me that I've made it this far and I've still stuck to it and I'm still having great success. So I want to thank everybody for the support so far. If you want to keep track of my progress, make sure you get subscribed to the channel and click on the bell icon so you can follow along. Switch over to the main page. Yes, so nervous this week, guys. And hey, there's Fat Me again. Let me pull him off of the screen. Again, it's amazing the difference in just the way my body feels at everything versus how I was back when I was 519.8 pounds. But yeah, it was that's all. I'm so excited that I didn't gain weight. I was really nervous that I was going to gain weight this week, and it's not a huge loss. It's only a half pound over the course of the last week. Uh, but I'm really happy that it wasn't a gain and that I'm continuing to keep that trend going in the right direction. I kind of talked about it while I was there, but for food, we had mega veggie chili last night. We didn't end up having the kidney beans in it, or one of the beans that we normally have in it, but we had orange peppers instead of red peppers. And it was a little bit spicier. Like overall, I felt like the Maggi Veggie chili was spicier than we normally have it, and I really enjoyed it. And for the most part, our kids ate it and enjoyed it more than they usually do. There's always one holdout every meal. It would be amazing and disappointing if we were actually able to find a meal that me and Carrie like and all of our kids eat. And it'd be amazing because then we would have something that we know everybody would eat and we wouldn't have to worry about them getting enough calories or getting enough food. The disappointing part of it would be that we would probably just have it every night because we want to make sure our kids are getting plenty of food. And so our diet would get really boring because it would just consist of that one meal that all six of us enjoy. And there's three of four of us that really aren't that picky. It's the two holdouts that are still holding on to this idea that everything's got to taste like cotton candy and Pop Tarts. So, uh, it's just a mentality shift that it's happening, and for this, I know there's so much joy that people get from their diet, but that also is what's caused us to kind of become so fat. The food that we eat, the convenience that we have, the ease of getting this high calorie, high dopamine inducing foods just creates uh it's what cause it's how the easier it is to get the food, the easier it is to get fat off of it is what I've been finding. So I that's what we had for dinner last night was a Meg veggie chili. It's still one of the meals, and I talk about it every time I suppose I bring up the Mega Veggie chili, is that it was a meal that I didn't like the first few weeks that we had this diet, and then it grew on me. And that's the way all these foods, they all grow on you. The food that you put in your body, once your body gets that food and realizes how nutrient dense it is, the next time you go eat it, it has a more favorable response because it knows what the results of eating that food are. The first time you eat some of these things, your body doesn't know what the result is from eating that. So it causes you to gag or to not like the texture or to turn your nose and think it's bad. But that next time you go eat it, your body is going to be like, hey, that's the stuff that had a bunch of whatever vitamin we were looking for in it. Let's get more of that. And it's going to create a positive response in your body as opposed to the negative response you had the first time. So I love that Mega Veggie chili. Other than that, I tried to avoid a lot of food. I had a few oranges, handful of cashews. I actually finished our container of cashews, so we're out of cashews right now, which also coincides with me running us out of cherry juice this morning. So I suppose I now have an excuse to go to Costco and pick up cherry juice and cashews and try to avoid buying a $20 bag of dehydrated mangoes at the same time. And probably could avoid buying the cashew, but uh, you know, it's one of those things again where I'd like to have some snack that I'm happy with the kids eating, and cashews is a pretty easy snack for the kids to grab and us not to feel too bad about what they're putting in their body. They can handle the extra calories that they get from cashews. So that was kind of my food. It was pretty boring other than that because this morning I had a little bit of cherry juice and I had a couple oranges, and then throughout the day I don't eat, don't really hardly drink any water either. So um it's that was kind of the food for the last couple days. I don't have a lot of time today because we got some plans this evening, but there was a topic that I wanted to talk about, and it was about giving it, all of your effort or being 100% invested in your diet and making health your number one goal. And the reason why I got thinking about it was I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and they were talking about their favorite football team. They're a big fan of this team. They go to a lot of the home games. I think they might even have season tickets uh to the this football team. And they were talking about, football, it's this big team, and you're supporting a team as a fan, and you feel joy when they win and you feel pain when they lose. Uh, but and as a fan, you buy merchandise and you're buying tickets and you're spending time watching the games and you're cheering them on and you're getting on social media and you're posting things and you're showing how much you love this team. And when I was talking to my friend last night, he was talking about how he thinks it's going to be a tough year for his team this year. And he's not expecting much from them. And I thought, why? Why would you care about the results of the season before it even happens? And people do this all the time. It's like a coping mechanism, probably, but they say, oh, my team's going to crush it this year, or my team's going to struggle. And in my opinion, if you're a fan of a team, then you should be a cheerleader. That's your goal, is to cheer them on, win, lose, or draw. Your role as a fan is to be a cheerleader. That money and time that you spend as a fan, that goes to these teams and it goes to those players. And their job when they get out on that field should be to give it 100% effort 100% of the time. These athletes are paid millions of dollars to perform. These aren't high school kids playing for the love of the sport. They might have love for the sport, but these guys they're getting paid lots of money to perform. And as a fan, you get upset. As a fan, you shouldn't. So as a fan, you should get upset when they perform poorly, but not get upset just because they lose. If they are giving it all of their effort, you have to still support them and say, you guys did a great job. And you should expect them to give 100% effort. And, when you say things like, oh, I don't think they're going to have a great season this year. And it's because, have you seen their schedule? They have the toughest schedule in the league. Or have you seen the division? Everybody in the division, they're all monsters. And to me, I'm thinking, great, that's awesome. You want to go against the toughest people. If you're going to get to the end and show that you are the top team, then you should be willing to perform at that top level every single game that they are out there performing. And you want them to go out there and prove that they are the best. And you want to demand that they give it everything they have every play. And you have to understand, though, that losing is part of the game. But if the effort's there, you can't get upset with them for losing. Your goal as a fan should be to cheer them on and to push them to do their best. And I feel that way about my diet and my health. Only it's my family and my friends and you guys on here watching me. You guys are all my fans and you're my cheerleaders. You want to see me do my best. And because of that, it's my duty to give you and give my family 100% of my effort 100% of the time. There's no excuse for giving less than that. My goal when I started this, and my goal for a long time, has been to live as long and healthfully as possible. And I know I may fall short of what could have been perfect. I lost 0.4 this week. I could have maybe lost 2 pounds. Who knows if I did something different? But if I give it everything I have, and I did, I ate perfect on my diet. I skipped breakfast this morning. I put it all on the table and I did 100% effort 100% of the time. And so how can I get mad at myself for that? I can't. I have to be willing to roll with the punches. And I talked about it yesterday a little bit when I used to wrestle and I would win. I would be the happiest person in the world. But when I would lose, I wouldn't match that joy from winning with an anger from losing. I would look at the loss and I would say, what can I do better? What did I do wrong that time? How can I improve on the effort that I gave when I was out there? But, and so, like I said, with your health and your diet, you owe that to the people around you that are your fans and that are your own personal cheerleaders. You owe it to them to give it 100% effort 100% of the time. Doesn't mean perfection, it just means effort. Do your best. That's all you can ask for, and it's all you can. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of all I got to say about that, I guess. I mean, it's something where we get stuck in this trap where we think we have to be perfect. We have to not only give 100% of our effort, and we have to do it 100% of the time, but we expect those results of giving that 100% effort. And sometimes you don't get the results that you want to see, but if you gave it everything you had, you can't be upset with the results. But yeah, with that, guys, I need to get out of here today. I am hungry. I want to go home and eat, get some food in my belly. Hopefully Carrie's got something fancy cooked up for dinner tonight. I'm not expecting much. Got big things going on. So um I am gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for being my fans and being my cheerleaders. And if you guys haven't started your diet yet, what are you waiting for? You need to get started right now. I'll be your fan. I'll be your cheerleader. Let me know what you're doing. Get on here and tell me your plans. Tell me what your goals are. And I want to see you guys achieve those goals. I want to see you put all of your effort into working towards those goals. You may fall short, and I'm not going to hold that against you, but you're giving it 100% effort, then that's all you can ask of anybody. Can't ask anybody to give more than everything they have. Not possible. So get started right now. Nobody gets to the end and says, man, I wish I would have waited. Every single person who makes their goals and stays at their goal weight looks back and says, man, I wish I, what was I thinking? I do it every single day. I think about that time I spent to set up this YouTube channel, and, like, I could have spent that 2 weeks working towards losing weight. I think about it when I think about the first time I got on a scale and saw that I was over 500 pounds. It's 6 months before I started this. It should have been the wake up call I did, and I didn't. I left the hospital and went and bought Old Chicago pizza. So get started right now. Don't fall for the myths of moderation, the myths of moderate change, that you can slowly change and then eventually it's going to happen. You have to have a plan. You have to have a drop dead date, I would say. If you want to start doing, hey, I'm going to start adding something in, you can do that, but you have to say, by this date, I'm going to be 100% converted, or else you're just going to keep kicking that can down the road and you're going to say, oh, I had a salad. I can have this extra helping of macaroni and cheese because I had a salad before I started my dinner. And then the myth of moderate consumption, the idea that, instead of eating that big bowl of macaroni and cheese, I'm just going to eat half a bowl of macaroni and cheese. You can do that for a little while. And there's been people that have lost weight doing that for a little. I've done that many times. I've lost lots of weight eating in moderation, eating half as much as my body wanted me to eat. And then the second life hit me with something unexpected, the eating less went out the window, and it was just about eating, and I went right back to where I was, and most cases I gained more weight than I had lost on the diet, and that's what got me up to 520 pounds. So don't fall for the myth of moderate consumption. I'm out of here, guys. Carrie says we're having lentil tahini pasta. Sounds delicious. I can't wait to get home and sink my teeth into it. You guys all have a great night. I will see you tomorrow.